So because he's not there now. Okay. So just for today I'll record. Okay, not every time. So because today is not present. Okay. So the next program is that we have to program to find the number of vowels and consonants in the string. So here what I'll do, let us start the program. Hash include stdio.h. So here also we can just copy the previous program. जो आधीचा प्रोग्राम होता तोच कॉपी केला अँड इकडे पेस्ट केलं तरी चालेल, कारण त्याच्यामध्येच मला थोडंसं चेंज करावं लागेल, बस तेवढंच. इकडे फक्त काय करायचं, सी युअर यू विल हॅव टू फर्स्ट चेक वेदर इट इज अन अल्फाबेट ऑर नॉट. सो अल्फाबेट इट कॅन बी अपर केस अल्फाबेट or lower case alphabet. So I'll combine these two conditions now, this condition and this condition. So what I'll do, I'll cut this from here and paste it here first. Paste it here. And you'll put OR here and you'll paste this condition here. You can put one more pair of brackets here. So see, this entire thing is one condition, what I have highlighted here, and this entire thing is one condition which I have highlighted here. And both the sub conditions are connected using the OR operator. So either if it is an uppercase alphabet or if it is a lowercase alphabet, then the whole condition will be true. And then here you will need to check if the current character value of str1 of I, is it an uppercase vowel or a lowercase vowel. So capital A आणि मग capital A नंतर we need to put 9 more conditions now. A, E, I, O, U, small a, small e, small I, small o and small u. Okay. So capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O and capital U, and similarly small a, small e, small I, small o and small u. So if any one of these conditions are true, then what you will do, you will increase the value of a count v variable by 1. So I'll declare a count v variable first, and count v is equal to 0. Okay, so and I'll declare one more variable called count c. So count c will also be 0. Initial value of count v is 0 and initial value of count c is 0. You can use any variable names here, these are just variable names. So count v चा initial value मी 0 घेतले. count v ह्याचं ट्रॅक ठेवेल की किती vowels आतापर्यंत एन्काउंटर झालेत, and count c will keep a track of the number of consonants encountered till now. So obviously in the else block for this if block, for the inner if block, we need to define an else block, and here we will write count c plus plus, because if it is an alphabet, see, if it's an alphabet, it will come inside the if block which I have highlighted here. And then if it's not a vowel, obviously it will be a consonant. So if the control enters the else block for this inner if block, means it's a consonant. You will have to increase the value of count c variable by 1. And else obviously means if it is not a vowel, then we don't have to, sorry, if it is not an alphabet, that is in case this whole condition which I have highlighted here is false, then you don't have to do anything. You just proceed with the next iteration of the loop. Okay, so after you come out of the loop, the current values of the count v and the count c variables, so we'll give the total number of vowels and the total number of consonants. So the total number of vowels is %d and the total number of consonants is %d again, comma, count v and count c. Okay, so I'll save the program now. हा 15वा program आहे. Where is it now? Think down. Okay, so this is the program number 15. program number 15 in the loops topic. Okay. Let us run the program here, sorry, in the arrays topic. So quite a few programs on arrays now, and let us run this program. So GCC program number 15.c. Okay, now if I enter the string value, that is ABCDF capital MNO. So I think it's coming correct. Now total number of vowels are 3, A, E, and capital O, and consonants are 6. Okay, so is the program clear now, Prajakta and Yash?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll proceed with the next program. So with the next program, I have to accept 2 string values from the user and to check whether they're equal or not, if they are equal or not. Now again, for this there are 2 ways. Either you use a predefined function for that called strcmp, or you can use your own logic. So first I'll teach you how to do it using a predefined function. So using the predefined function strcmp, the full form of strcmp is string compare. So hash include string dot h, hash include stdio.h. You can include the header files in any order. It's not compulsory की तुम्हाला आधी string.h लिहावं लागेल, मग stdio.h लिहावं लागेल, मग string. ह्याचं काही compulsion नाही. Okay. Now here I will write return 0 and I will declare a 1D character array variables str100, str200. Printf enter the string value of str1, flush stdin, latest str1. Now we will ask the user enter the string value of str2, flush stdin, gettest str2. Now we will just directly call the strcmp function. str1 comma str2 is equal to 0. I'll explain to you, don't worry what it means. So if now see, strcmp is a predefined function. Here what will this here when we have called the strcmp function, we have passed the string values of str1 and str2 as arguments to it. So because we have passed the string values of str1 and str2 as arguments to strcmp, so what does the strcmp do? It will compare the first string value with the second string value. If the first string value is greater than the second string value, first string value means the one which is to the left, and second means the one which is to the right, because input arguments are always counted from left to right. So if the first string value, that is str1, is greater than the second string value str2, then it will return, strcmp returns a value which is greater than 0. But if the first string value, that is the string value of str1, is less than the string value of str2, then the strcmp will return a value which is less than 0. And if both are equal, then it returns 0. That's why I'm comparing the return value of strcmp with 0. So if both are equal, strcmp will return the value 0. That is this thing which I've highlighted now will return 0. And then 0 is equal to 0 will be true. So here I will printf the string values are equal, and in the else block you can print on the screen that the string values are not equal. Clear, Prajakta?
Sir, can you please repeat strcmp?
strcmp will compare the string value of str1 and str2. So if the string value of str1 is greater than the string value of str2, strcmp returns a value which is greater than 0. If both are equal, that is str1 and str2 are equal, then it will return exactly 0 value. And if the string value of str1 is less than the string value of str2, then it returns a value less than 0. Clear, Prajakta?
Okay, sir.
So for example, see, if the string value of str1 is AB, now how does it compare? That also I'll tell you. And this is MNO-PQR, or I'll write ABC MNO. Now what the strcmp does is, it will compare the character values of str1 and str2, the string values character by character. So it will compare the first character of str1 with first of str2. Because both are matching, it will go forward. It will compare the second value of the second character in str1 with the second character in str2. And it will go on comparing like this till it finds a pair of non-matching characters at the same indexes in str1 and str2. So here when it comes to D now, it will find that D is not equal to M here. Now it will find which character has ASCII value, has the greater ASCII value. So here M has a greater ASCII value. So automatically what will happen? The strcmp str1 comma str2 will return a value less than 0, Prajakta, because it will conclude that this string value is less than this string value. Clear?
Correct, sir.
Okay, and once it compares D and M, then immediately it will stop. Means it will stop comparison of the further characters, because once it finds a pair of non-matching characters at the same indexes, then there itself it can conclude which string value is greater than the other. Okay, so here I'll just write. And one more thing, see, it's not compulsory that the string values must have same length. Now even if I had written ABC space M, it will stop comparison here itself now. Okay, because and it will conclude that str2 is greater than str1. Clear, Prajakta?
Yes, sir. What
Okay.
is the significance of this code?
Of which code?
This code.
Which one? It's strcmp.
No, the whole code. आपण strings का compare करतोय? कारण प्रोबॅबिलिटी तर खूप छोटी असणार आहे की स्ट्रिंग कम्पेअर करायची गरज पडेल आणि व्हॅल्यू विल बी 0.
हा, जर का मला प्रोग्राम मध्ये विचारले की दोन स्ट्रिंग व्हॅल्यू इक्वल आहेत की नाही, तसं, किंवा जर का प्रोग्राम असा आहे की वी हॅव टू सॉर्ट द स्ट्रिंग्स इन अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर, बरोबर Prajakta?
हो.
Then we'll need to compare the string values. Clear, no?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So now is everything clear, Prajakta? Yes, clear, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'll just write here, see. So strcmp is a predefined function in the string.h header file. strcmp str1 comma str2 will compare the string value of str1 character by character with the string value of str2. As soon as the strcmp reaches two non-matching characters at the same index positions in the string value of str1 and in the string value of str2, then the strcmp will stop the comparison, the further comparison there itself, and will check that in the two non-matching characters in str1 and str2 at the same indexes, which of the two characters have the greater ASCII value, and accordingly it will conclude that which character or which string value is greater. So suppose the string value of str1 is abcdf as given above. Better put this in double quote, easy to understand. And the string value of str2 is abc space m. then str CMP of str1 comma str2 will conclude that string value of which one str2 is greater than the string value of str1, and so it will return the value less than 0. So this point I'll write strcmp str1 comma str2 returns a value greater than 0 if the string value of the first string argument from the left, that is str1, is greater than the string value of the second string argument str2. Similarly, I can say that strcmp of str1 comma str2 returns a value lesser than 0 if the string value of first string argument is lesser than the string value of second string argument, and it will return a value 0 now if the string value of first string argument is equal to the string value of the second string argument. Okay, so is it clear, Prajakta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now here I'll just save the program here. Program number .c
16.
and we will run the program. Suppose I write ABCDF and ABCDF. Okay, so now we should print both are equal. If I have a printed, they are not equal by the way. I think not. No, I have printed. Okay. आता मी टाकलं ABCDF टाकलं and you put this A capital. Now again they are not equal because this A is capital. No? Clear, Project?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And similarly now. Okay, so is it clear? Clear, yes?
Yes, sir.
Program 17 मध्ये what I'll do now ki I will compare it using your own logic now. Using own logic. So first of all, to compare the two string values, we will have to check if their lengths are same also. If their lengths are not same, then we can definitely there itself conclude that the two strings are not equal. And if their lengths are same, then it may still happen that they are not equal because their values are not equal. But first we'll check the length. So if the lengths are not equal, that is if strlen str1 is not equal to strlen of str2, then we can directly display on the screen the two strings are not equal. And else we can else means their lengths are equal, but still it may happen that the two strings are not equal. So in that case, what do we do? Now I'm not calling the strcmp, so I'll remove this part, and inside the else block मी काय करेन, I will run a for loop. हा for loop किती वेळा run होईल? I equal to 0, I less than strlen of str1. To make it easier, we can even write less than equal to strlen of str1 minus 1, because whatever is the length of the string or whatever are the total number of characters in the string value, the index of the last character will be 1 less than the total number of characters in the string value. So I need to declare an I variable here now, int I. Okay, now here what I'll do, see, each time this for loop runs, we will compare the now see here instead of str1 you can also write str2, because this for loop is written inside the else block, and when the control comes inside the else block, only then the for loop will run. And when the control comes inside the else block, it means that this condition was false, that is the lengths are same. So instead of using length of str1 here, you can even use the length of str2. Okay, so each time the for loop runs, we just compare str1 of I is if it is not equal to str2 of I, then immediately there itself we can conclude on this, we can display on the screen that printf the two strings are not equal, because one of their characters is not matching. There itself you can break the execution of the loop. Now, how will you know that the two strings are equal? If this loop has run completely, then you can conclude that the two strings are equal, because then the break statement, it means that the break statement was never executed during the execution of the loop. Okay, and the fact that the break was never executed means, what does that mean? That this condition was always false, which I have highlighted here. And the fact that this condition which I have highlighted here was always false means that for every value of the index position I, str1 of I was always equal to str2 of I. Means all the characters in str1 and str2 are matching. So after coming out of the loop, if the value of I variable has reached the length of str1 or str2, you can even put str2 here, then we can directly display that the two strings are equal. Okay, so is it clear, Prajakta? Yes.
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
Prajakta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubts in this, Prajakta? Kai?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll just write one point here, that each time the for loop runs, we are checking if the value of the str1 of I is equal to the value of str2 of I. That is, we are comparing if the values of the characters at the same index position I in str1 and str2 string values are equal or not. If not, then the condition, that is str1 of I not equal to str2 of I inside the for loop will be false, and so we are immediately displaying that the two string values are not equal, and then we are terminating the execution of the loop there itself. After coming out of the loop, if the value of the I variable has reached the length of the string value of str1 or str2, whatever, then it means that the for loop has executed completely, and the fact that the for loop executed completely means that the condition or that the break statement was never executed during the execution of the for loop, and this means that the condition, that is str1 of I not equal to str2 of I, was always false during every execution of the for loop. And this means that for every value of the variable I, str1 of I was always equal to str2 of I for each execution of the for loop. And finally, what does this mean? So this means that all the characters in str1 and str2 string values are equal. So this means that the string value of str1 and str2 are equal if value of the variable I is equal to length of str1 or str2 after coming out of the for loop. Okay, so now is it definitely clear, Prajakta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'll compile this program number 17.c and run the pro. Okay, so if I write abcdf here and here you write abcdf, it will come not equal because the case is not matching. If I write abcdf and here also you write abcdf, now it will come there equal. Okay, and one more last program for today we'll do, and then we can stop. So here we have to check if the entered string is a palindrome or not. Program to find if the entered string is a palindrome or not. So what's a palindrome? A palindrome is a string value which from start to end is same as the string value from end to start. Example, if I write a word, a name, for example, Nitin. Nitin is a palindrome. Or even if I write a simple string like ABA, that's a palindrome. MBBM, it's a palindrome. ABA space ABA also is a palindrome. But if I write ABCDF is not a palindrome, obviously. Okay. So, all these are palindrome and these are not palindrome. Okay. Now, see, the logic for this is, what is it? That suppose now I want to check a string whether ABA space ABA is a palindrome. Now I know it's a palindrome, but I have to write a code for that. So I will use a loop variable I here, which starts from the first character in the string value, and a loop variable j, whose index is the index of the last character. Now what we'll do, each time we run the loop, we will compare the value of the character of str1 of I with str1 of j. So now you are comparing the first and the first the str1 of I is on the first character and str1 of j is the last character. Both are matching. So then what you will do, you will increase the value of I and decrease the value of j. And again you will compare the value of str1 of I and str1 of j. So this process will repeat. That is, you will write a loop here till the value of I is less than equal to j. As you know, the index I is moving from the forward direction from left to right. J is moving from the backward direction, that is from right to left. And for any value of I and j, if I find some value of indexes I and j where str1 of I is not equal to str1 of j, then I will directly display there in the for loop, in the while loop rather, that str1 of I is not equal to that is str1 is not a palindrome. But after coming out of the loop, if the value of I is greater than j, what does that mean? That the loop has executed completely, because for any values of I and j, if I find that str1 of I is not equal to str1 of j in the while loop, I am immediately breaking from the loop. So if after coming out of the loop, जर मला सापडलं की I is greater than j, then it means that the loop has executed completely. लूप पूर्ण रन झालाय, आणि लूप पूर्ण रन झाला ह्याचा अर्थ काय? दॅट ब्रेक हा कधी रन नाही झाला होता लूपच्या एक्झिक्युशनच्या वेळी, आणि ब्रेक कधी रन नाही झाला म्हणजे हा कंडिशन ऑलवेज फॉल्स होता, which means that your string is a palindrome. So see, here let me show you this one now. Here if I write ABA and A space AB, I want to check whether it's a palindrome or not. So A is matching with A here. So I will be moved forward and J will go one position backward. So again str1 of I is matching with str1 of j. So again the loop will execute one more time. I will come forward and j will move backward here. That is, j is on this A, I is on this A now. So again A and A are matching. That is str1 of I and str1 of j are matching. So again I will move forward here. So and j will come here. So now both I and j are at the same index positions, which is the index of the space character. So again both are matching. So now again I will move forward here and J will move backward. Now where is J? J is on this A now, this one, see, which is highlighted. Okay, make it to, now it's okay. And now because I has become greater than J, this loop condition will be false. So the loop execution will stop. After coming out of the loop now, because I is greater than J, we can directly conclude that your entered string is a palindrome now. Is it clear, Prajakta?
Sir, I didn't understand I is greater than J.
हा, so I greater than J म्हणजे this loop has, याचा अर्थ काय झालं की हा लूप, हा जो व्हाईल लूप आहे हा पूर्ण रन झाला ना प्राजक्ता, आणि हा पूर्ण रन झाला ह्याचा अर्थ काय की जेव्हा हा लूप रन झाला तेव्हा ब्रेक कधीच रन नाही झाला प्राजक्ता, बरोबर. आणि ब्रेक कधीच रन नाही झाला ह्याचा अर्थ काय, फॉर एव्हरी व्हॅल्यू ऑफ इंडेक्स आय अँड इंडेक्स जे str1 of I was always equal to str1 of j, which means that if the value of I is greater than j outside the loop, means the loop has executed completely. That is, your entered string is a palindrome, because all the characters at every index position I have matched with all the characters at every index position j, which proves that it's a palindrome. कळलं प्राजक्ता?
Why couldn't we write is equal to strj?
हा, आता बघ. ओके, म्हणजे तू म्हणते इज इक्वल टू एसटीआर जे जर असेल मग विल डायरेक्टली प्रिंट हिअर इट्स अ पॅलिंड्रोम, असं म्हणते का तू? हा, मी तुला एक एक्झाम्पल दाखवतो. सपोज मी असं एक स्ट्रिंग घेतलं, ए घेतलं आणि ए बी सॉरी MBA घेतलं. ओके, आता काय होतं प्राजक्ता, यू आर स्टार्टिंग आय फ्रॉम हिअर, बरोबर, आणि जे फ्रॉम द लास्ट कॅरेक्टर, बरोबर की नाही?
येस सर.
हा, इकडे ए अँड ए आर मॅचिंग प्राजक्ता, बरोबर, म्हणजे STRI अँड STRG आर मॅचिंग, हो की नाही?
हो.
हा, सो नाव ॲज यू आर सेइंग हिअर आय एम प्रिंटिंग दॅट इफ दे आर मॅचिंग इट्स अ पॅलिंड्रोम ना, बरोबर. बट इज इट अ पॅलिंड्रोम?
पण खालचा लूप फॉलो होईल ना जोपर्यंत बी पण मॅच होईल, आणि नंतर ए आणि एम मॅच नाही होणार.
नाही, बट व्हॉट आय एम सेइंग, द फॅक्ट दॅट यू प्रिंटेड हिअर इटसेल्फ इट्स अ पॅलिंड्रोम, म्हणजे तुला आउटपुट मध्ये हा स्ट्रिंग एंटर केला तर तुला आउटपुट मध्ये पॅलिंड्रोमच भेटेल ना प्राजक्ता, हो की नाही? See, here you are compared, here initially A and A are matching, and here if you are, as you have written, if STRI and STRG are matching, you are printing it's a palindrome, Prajakta, बरोबर की नाही? But
yes,
this value is, as you can see here, is not a palindrome, so which means this output is wrong ना प्राजक्ता, हो की नाही?
पण खालचा I प्लस प्लस आणि J मायनस मायनस.
बट आय एम सेइंग दॅट मग त्याचा फायदा काय करायला पुढचं, ऑलरेडी इट इज प्रिंटेड दॅट इट्स अ palindrome प्राजक्ता, means your output is wrong ना, हो की नाही?
ओके.
बिकॉज आउटपुट काय यायला पाहिजे यासाठी, इट्स नॉट अ पॅलिंड्रोम, बट आता व्हॉट आउटपुट यू आर गेटिंग, इट इज अ पॅलिंड्रोम, बरोबर की नाही?
Yes.
हा, सो हेन्स मला ओनली वाईल आफ्टर कमिंग आउट ऑफ द लूप आय कॅन कन्क्लूड दॅट, म्हणजे आफ्टर ऑल द कॅरेक्टर्स हॅव बीन कम्पेअर्ड आय कॅन कन्क्लूड दॅट इट्स अ पॅलिंड्रोम होणार. कळलं प्राजक्ता?
Yes.
हा, म्हणजे ऑल द कॅरेक्टर्स स्टील आय बिकम्स ग्रेटर दॅन जे, बिकॉज आय initially is the first index, J is the last index. I is moving forward, J is coming backwards. Prajakta. So after and each time, hence I'm saying that each time the loop runs, we need to check. But see here, why have I put not equal to? Now when I put not equal to, immediately when some value of STRI and STRJ are not matching, immediately I can print. It's not a palindrome. There is no fault in that logic. बरोबर की नाही?
Yes.
Clear ना? But just because some value of STRI is matching with STRJ, you cannot conclude that directly it's a palindrome. हो की नाही प्राजक्ता?
आपण लेटेस्ट पण कंपेअर करू शकतो ना खालच्या लूप मध्ये, म्हणजे इज इक्वल टू STRJ लिहिलंय, त्यानंतर AB म्हणजे A कंपेअर होईल, B कंपेअर होईल, नंतर A आणि M कंपेअर करताना
व्हॉट आय एम सेइंग इज दॅट, नाही बरोबर आहे तुझं, पण तू आता बी कंपेअर कसं करशील? बिकॉज वन्स यू हॅव डिस्प्लेड इट्स अ पॅलिंड्रोम, मग आय विल बी ब्रेकिंग फ्रॉम द लूप ना.
नो, आपण त्याला लूप लावू ना वेगळा. आपण इफ एल्स वाला लूप लावू ना या स्टेटमेंटला. इफ str1 i is equal to str1 j.
मग काय करशील तू त्याच्या आतमध्ये, काय करशील मग इफच्या आतमध्ये?
मग त्याला पॅलिंड्रोम आणि इफ म्हणजे एल्स इफ म्हणजे ओनली एल्स इफ नॉट इक्वल टू आणि मग i प्लस प्लस j मायनस मायनस अँड देन नॉट अ पॅलिंड्रोम.
आय एम नॉट गेटिंग. म्हणजे तू काय म्हणते, या इफ, आता हा इफ जर असेल, ओके, मग या इफ मध्ये तू आता काय घालशील?
हा पॅलिंड्रोम आहे.
हा मग मी तुला तेच म्हणते, बघ दिस इज रॉंग ना प्राजक्ता. इकडे तू फक्त 2 कॅरेक्टर कम्पेअर करून हे कसं कन्क्लूड करू शकते की हा पॅलिंड्रोम आहे, हो की नाही? बिकॉज मग आता तू जर का असलं एक स्ट्रिंग टाकलं ABA स्पेस MBA, मग तुला ह्याचा आउटपुट काय येईल? पॅलिंड्रोम येईल ना, ऍज पर व्हॉट यू आर टेलिंग मी, हो की नाही प्राजक्ता?
येस.
हा, बट आउटपुट शुड कम, इट्स नॉट अ पॅलिंड्रोम. बट तू जे हे मला आता सांगितलं की डायरेक्टली सम व्हॅल्यू ऑफ str1 ऑफ i is matching with str, I should immediately conclude that it's a palindrome.
No,
okay,
it's
but then what logic you have told me, it will print on the screen that it's a palindrome, Prajakta, because इकडे A आणि A मॅच होते ना, हो की नाही?
Yes sir, yes.
It's like for example, आता कोणतरी, मी तुला एक सिंपल एक्झाम्पल देतो की तू एक क्लास आहे, फॉर एक क्लासरूम आहे, आणि क्लासरूम मध्ये सपोज म्हणजे काय ते if the teacher wants to find out whether all the students are present in the class, so obviously teacher ला काय करावं लागेल? सगळ्या रोल नंबरचं अटेंडन्स घ्यावं लागेल की नाही प्राजक्ता, ओरली, बरोबर ना?
येस.
बट फॉर एक्झाम्पल फक्त म्हणजे फक्त टीचरनी असं म्हटलं रोल नंबर 1 आणि रोल नंबर 1 स्टँड्स, yes sir, I'm present. So from that the teacher cannot conclude that all the other students are also present, प्राजक्ता, हो की नाही?
करेक्ट सर, करेक्ट.
सो फॉर दॅट द टीचरला काय करावं लागेल, म्हणजे शिक्षकाला प्रत्येक रोल नंबरला मोठ्याने प्रोनाऊन्स करावं लागेल, किंवा जे काय असेल, म्हणजे जर म्हणजे सिग्नेचर असेल जे काय, पण त्यासाठी प्रत्येक स्टुडंटकडे तो पेपर जायला पाहिजे ना अटेंडन्सचा, आणि मग जेव्हा टीचरला परत भेटेल ते काय म्हणतात ते अटेंडन्स शीट, मग टीचरला कळेल की कुठले स्टुडंट्स ऍबसेंट होते, ओके? सो सिमिलरली इकडे जोपर्यंत मी सगळे I आणि J इंडेक्सचे कॅरेक्टर स्कॅन करत नाही आणि कम्पेअर करत नाही, मी कसं कन्क्लूड करणार की हा पॅलिंड्रोम आहे, हो की नाही?
बरोबर.
ओके, सो नाव इज क्लिअर प्राजक्ता?
येस सर, क्लिअर.
ओके, सो मी फक्त इकडे हा लॉजिक कसा लिहितो बघा, हवं असेल तर आधीच कॉपी करू शकतो आम्ही ह्याच्यामध्ये. ओके, सो इज इट क्लिअर यश ना? यश, हॅलो
सर. येस सर.
So I'll just paste this logic here. So hence I said प्राजक्ता की कुठला ही प्रोग्राम करताना when you are trying any program on your own, तर तुम्ही काय करा की आधी त्याचं नीट अल्गोरिदम लिहा की तुम्हाला त्याचा अल्गोरिदम म्हणजे काय. आता तुला जर का कन्क्लूड करायचं असेल की कुठलीही स्ट्रिंग व्हॅल्यू ही पॅलिंड्रोम आहे, तुला कुठले मॅथमॅटिकल स्टेप्स फॉलो करावे लागतील, बरोबर ना? म्हणजे तुला आधी फर्स्ट कॅरेक्टर लास्ट सोबत कम्पेअर करावं लागेल, मग सेकंड ला सोबत, हे कंटिन्यू होईल जोपर्यंत ते I आणि J इंडेक्स एक कॉमन पोझिशनवर, एक सेम इंडेक्स पोझिशनवर पोहोचत नाही. मग फ्रॉम दॅट तुला कळेल की ह्याचं म्हणजे ह्याचं कसं लूप लिहायचा असतो. क्लिअर प्राजक्ता?
येस सर.
तो मी इकडे परत लिहितो, हे नॉट इक्वल टू असेल तर नॉट पॅलिंड्रोम आहे, आणि I ग्रेटर देन J असेल तर इट्स अ पॅलिंड्रोम. ओके, तर आम्ही काय करू, इकडे मला काही स्ट्रिंग डॉट एच इन्क्लूड करायची गरज नाही आता. स्ट्रिंग नाही ऍक्च्युली गरज आहे, कारण इफ आय वॉन्ट टू यूज द लेंथ, मला जर त्याचं ऍक्च्युली लेंथला पण आम्हाला काही घ्यायची गरज नाही, कारण जर का मी एक मिनिट आधी मी इकडे चेंजेस करतो. इकडे मला एकच स्ट्रिंग लागेल आणि इकडे मला 2 इंडेक्स लागतील, I आणि J लागेल मला, आणि त्याच्यानंतर मी काय करणार, मी फक्त एकच व्हॅल्यू घेणार युजरकडनं str1चं, आणि इकडे मी काय करणार str1 ला इकडे नाही हे काय मला लागणार नाही, सॉरी हे काढून टाकतो. आता इकडे काय I0 I लेस देन इक्वल टू str1 हा लेंथ ऑफ एसटीआर, हा बरोबर. सो इकडे मला माझं थोडं वेगळं असेल. काय असेल? आय इज 0, जे इज लेंथ ऑफ str1 minus 1 ना, कारण j is the index of the last character and index of the last character is always the length or the total number of characters in the string value minus 1. इकडे मला i प्लस प्लस जे मायनस मायनस करावं लागेल आणि मग मी काय करणार, i लेस देन इक्वल टू जे करणार. ठीक आहे, i लेस देन इक्वल टू जे. ओके, हा, आणि मग मी काय करणार, टिल दिस condition is true, the loop will execute. आणि इकडे आता if str1 of I is not matching with str1 of j, then we can directly conclude that the string is not a palindrome, as I told you. String is not a palindrome. आणि मग मी ब्रेक करणार. ठीक आहे, आणि त्याच्यानंतर लूपच्या बाहेर आल्यावर जर का I व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू ही is equal to the not equal, actually I should check for greater than, it's greater than the value of j, then I can conclude that the string is a palindrome, because it means that the for loop has executed completely, and that means that the break statement was never executed, and that means that this condition was always false, and this condition always being false means that for every value of I and j, str1 of I was always equal to str1 of j, which means that the string is a palindrome. ठीक है, so is it clear Prajakta? Yes, clear ना?
Yes sir.
Sir, I understood the loop. म्हणजे अख्खा वर्क कसा करेल कळलं, पण लास्ट कंडिशन आहे ना, इफ आय इज ग्रेटर दॅन जे, मला ते कळतच नाही की वर्क म्हणजे
परत एक एक्झाम्पल देतो. असं म्हटलं आधी मी तुला एक नॉन पॅरेंट्रोमचं एक्झाम्पल देतो. ए बी एम घेतलं आणि इकडे मी घेतलं एबीसी घेतलं आणि एमबीए घेतलं, बरोबर ना? ओके, आता मी आय घेतलं इकडे, जे घेतलं इकडे, बरोबर. आय इज फर्स्ट कॅरेक्टर, जे इज लास्ट कॅरेक्टर. आता इकडे मी काय करणार, आधी ह्या आय ला, हा म्हणजे ए ला या ए सोबत कम, बोथ आर मॅचिंग प्रोजेक्ट, हो की नाही?
येस.
म्हणून आता लूप अजून एकदा रन होईल, म्हणजे ब्रेक नाही होणार. आता तो आय इकडे येईल आणि जे इकडे येईल ना, बी कडे. ओके, बी आणि बी मॅच होत आहे. आता आय सी कडे येईल आणि जे एम कडे येईल. आता सी आणि एम आर नॉट मॅचिंग प्रोजेक्ट, हो की नाही? आता बिकॉज सी अँड एम आर नॉट मॅचिंग, डायरेक्टली मी काय करतोय की when I find some value of I and j where str1 of I is not equal to str1 of j, I am directly printing that it is not a palindrome project, बरोबर की नाही? हो. सो नाउ I have printed is not a palindrome आणि मी ब्रेक केले म्हणजे काय, I have come out of the loop now, बरोबर? सो when you come out of the loop, आता currently what is the value of I ची व्हॅल्यू काय, म्हणजे सी चं इंडेक्स झालं ना, I is 2 and j was काय, a चं काय होतं इंडेक्स, शेवटच्या a चं 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 होतं, बरोबर. j was 6, so but j stopped when it was on m, आणि m चं इंडेक्स काय 4 आहे ना, so 4. Now after coming out of the loop it will check is I greater than j. No, obviously it will not print that it's a palindrome ना, बरोबर ना. आता मी तुला सो हा लॉजिक कळला ना इकडे पर्यंत?
हो, इथपर्यंत कळलं.
हा, आता मी सपोज एक पॅलेंड्रोम घेतलं तर काय होईल बघा, ए बी ए बी ए. आता आय इकडे आहे, लेट अस स्टार्ट अगेन, अँड जे इकडे, बरोबर प्राजक्ता? हो. ए आणि ए मॅच होत आहे म्हणून आय बी कडे इकडे येईल, पुढे येईल, आणि जे मागे जाईल, म्हणजे परत इकडे बी आणि बी मॅच होत आहे प्राजक्ता. येस. अगेन आय पुढे जाईल आता, म्हणजे तो ब्रेक होणार नाही, कारण when it matches it will just continue with the execution of the loop. परत हे आणि हे मॅच होत आहे, बरोबर प्राजक्ता? हो. आता आय आणि जे दोन्ही एकाच पोझिशन वर आलेले आहेत स्पेस वरती, बरोबर प्राजक्ता? हो. हा, म्हणजे अगेन str1 of I is equal to str1 of j ना, हो की नाही? हो. हा म्हणजे आय पुढे गेलाय आता आणि जे इकडे आला ना, G has come, I has come to this A now, and J has come to this A. कळलं प्राजक्ता? Yes. Okay, now see, when I has come to this A and J has come to this A, म्हणजे काय झाले आता, I ची व्हॅल्यू काय झाली, I व्हेरिएबलची 0 2 3 4 झाले ना आता. I is on this 4 इंडेक्स प्राजक्ता, आणि J कुठे आहे, ज्या A वर, म्हणजे ह्याचं इंडेक्स काय 2 आहे, बरोबर? हो की नाही? येस. now it will again compare this condition of the for loop. This condition will be false now, I less than equal to j, because I has become greater than j, Prajakta.
Yes.
बरोबर ना. So because the condition of the for loop is false, now it will stop the for loop execute. It will come out of the for loop. बरोबर की नहीं?
Yes.
And after coming out of the for loop, now again it will check, is the value of I greater than j? Now I is greater than j, and directly we are printing that it's a palindrome. बरोबर की नहीं? And as you can see, this entered string value is indeed a palindrome.
Oh.
Okay, so now is it clear that how to find out for not palindrome and the condition for is a palindrome? कळलं ना आता?
Yes, sir.
म्हणजे only after the loop runs fully, then and when the value of I becomes greater than j, त्याचा अर्थ काय झाला की every म्हणजे the break was never executed, Prajakta, and break was never executed म्हणजे this condition which I highlighted here was always false. कळलं? and this condition was always false. त्याचा अर्थ काय झालं की प्रत्येक I आणि j इंडेक्स व्हेरिएबलच्या व्हॅल्यू साठी str1 of I आणि str1 of j नेहमी मॅच झाली. कळलं?
Yes, sir.
कळलं ना आता? ओके. आणि कारण for every value of I and j, str1 of I was always equal to str1 of j. That's why this loop ran fully, and that's why after coming out of the loop, the value of I will be greater than j if it is a palindrome. कळलं की नाही आता?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope now all your doubts are clear, Naki.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. ठीक है. So I'll run this program once again now. Now if I write ABC space DF, it's not a palindrome. ABA space ABA टाकलं तर हा palindrome आहे. कळलं? ठीक आहे. So Prajakta clear ना? Yes, clear ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक आहे. Okay. So हा मी ह्याचं एक्सप्लेनेशन लिहित नाही, because anyway हा part of the class I recorded it actually. मग तुम्हाला काही डाऊट असेल, you can just refer to this recording. ठीक आहे, Prajakta?